Hello there! Welcome to our channel, The Healthy Inception. We are here today with yet another fitness video to keep you healthy and slim. In today's video, we will discuss the 10 best ways fasting can help you reduce belly fat. Before going deep into the different ways you may adopt and try out, let's first understand the mechanics of fasting. If you wish to reduce weight with intermittent fasting, you should keep the following in mind. Number 1. Food quality. Even now, what you eat matters. Eat as many entire, single-ingredient foods as you can. Number 2. Calories. Calories continue to matter. When you aren't fasting, try to eat normally, but not so much that you make up for the lost calories. Number 3. Consistency. If you want it to work, you must commit to it for a considerable amount of time, just like any other weight reduction strategy. Number 4. Patience. The process of adjusting your body to intermittent fasting might take some time. It will become simpler if you try to stick to a regular mealtime plan. Most well-known intermittent fasting methods also advocate for physical activity like strength training. If you want to burn body fat largely while keeping your muscle mass, this is crucial. Now, let's see of ways fasting can help you lose belly fat faster. Number 1. Fasting affects your hormones. Although fasting may aid in weight loss, it can also have an impact on hormone levels. This is so because the body stores energy in body fat, calories. Your body modifies a number of things to make the stored energy more usable when you don't consume anything. The activity of the neurological system and the levels of numerous important hormones are two examples. Research has shown that intermittent fasting may enhance fat burning. According to research, whole-day fasting trials lasting 12 to 24 weeks and alternate-day fasting trials lasting 3 to 12 weeks both help people lose weight and body fat. Human growth hormone, HGH, whose levels may rise as much as 5-fold, is another hormone whose levels are changed during a fast. Number 2. Fasting helps to reduce calories. Due to its ability to reduce calorie intake, intermittent fasting is the most effective for weight reduction. You won't be ingesting as many calories unless you make up the difference by eating much more throughout the mealtimes. A 2014 research found that over the course of 3 to 24 weeks, intermittent fasting may result in a weight reduction of 0.55 to 1.65 pounds, 0.25 to 0.75 kilograms each week when considering the pace of weight loss. Additionally, people saw a 4 to 7% decrease in their waist circumference, a sign that they had reduced belly fat. These findings suggest that intermittent fasting may be an effective weight loss strategy. The advantages of intermittent fasting, however, go well beyond weight reduction. Additionally, it offers a host of advantages for metabolic health and may possibly lower the risk of cardiovascular disease. Although intermittent fasting normally does not need calorie tracking, the majority of the weight loss is mediated by a decrease in calorie intake. Number 3. Fasting helps to maintain muscle mass. Your body tends to lose muscle along with fat when you diet, which is one of the worst adverse effects. It's interesting to note that some research suggests intermittent fasting may help you keep your muscle mass while shedding weight. According to a study of the scientific literature, intermittent calorie restriction results in weight loss that is comparable to that of continuous calorie restriction, but with a significantly lesser loss of muscle mass. Muscle mass made up 25% of the weight loss in the research on calorie restriction, as opposed to just 10% in the studies on intermittent calorie restriction. Recent studies comparing intermittent fasting to other eating strategies have not discovered any differences in lean mass or muscle mass. Number 4. Simple healthy eating. The ease of intermittent fasting is seen by many as one of its key advantages. Most intermittent fasting regimens just need you to keep track of time, not calories. The diet that you can maintain over the long haul is the one that is ideal for you. Intermittent fasting will obviously be advantageous for long-term health and weight control if it makes it simpler for you to maintain a nutritious diet. Number 5. Improves metabolic health. Managing one's weight and maintaining metabolic health are the two primary reasons individuals try intermittent fasting. A measure of the body's ability to metabolize or digest energy is called metabolic health. Blood pressure, blood sugar, and blood fat levels are frequently used to measure it. A calorie deficit is when your body has fewer calories than it needs to maintain your present weight. This can happen when you fast or go without eating. Therefore, the majority of weight loss regimens are based on calorie restriction, such as fasting. Number 6. Stick to your diet. Some people may burn fat more quickly while fasting than they would if calories restrict continuously. This is due to the fact that fasting lowers your daily calorie intake without affecting the quantity, satiety, or quality of your meals. Your meals end up being little when you eat 5 or 6 times a day and attempt to maintain a calorie deficit in order to burn fat. If your meals begin to resemble one brown rice cake with a spoonful of peanut butter and only 3 almonds, it might result in a highly disappointing experience each time you eat. It is simple to understand how eating may easily turn into a duty that gives you no happiness rather than something you genuinely enjoy. No matter how appealing your diet appears on paper, if you detest it, you won't follow it, and if you don't, you won't be able to trim any inches off your waist. By simply eating once or twice a day, intermittent fasting offers a special benefit to many people in this situation. You may choose from a wider variety of selections that would often be inaccessible in a continuous calorie restriction model, since those options may include too many calories to balance out with 5 other meals. You can also have considerably larger and more substantial meals that leave you content. Number 7. More sustainable. Fasting is more sustained and can thus result in long-term weight loss. Many people won't have the time to prepare and log each of their 5 meals a day, much alone sitting down to eat 5 times a day. And when it comes to fat loss, this sustainability may provide fantastic results. Number 8. Keto fasting. Another strategy to accelerate fat loss is keto fasting. The ketogenic diet and fasting are combined in keto fasting. This will limit the flexibility of your diet a bit since you must stick to a specific macronutrient split, but it is a very efficient strategy to increase the rate of fat loss through fasting. When using this strategy, you should aim to consume no more than 5 to 10% of your daily caloric intake of carbohydrates during the eating window. After that, you should continue to fast for at least 16 hours. This implies that your strategy will be somewhat less adaptable. For instance, you can only eat berries as fruit and no grains or starchy vegetables. Additionally, you should aim to keep your daily protein consumption between 15 and 20% and your daily fat intake between 75 and 80%. To lose fat more quickly, you don't necessarily need to adhere to a strict ketogenic eating plan. Number 9. Affects insulin and norepinephrine. Fasting causes alterations to the metabolism. When you eat, your insulin levels rise, and when you fast, they fall sharply. Lower your insulin levels to promote fat burning. Aside from that, your nervous system also causes your fat cells to break down body fat into free fatty acids that may be burnt as energy by sending norepinephrine to them. Number 10. Lower risk of cardiovascular issues. According to the nutrient study, when insulin levels drop, the risk of harmful cardiovascular events, such as congestive heart failure, also rises. This is significant for people with type 2 diabetes to take into account because, according to the American Heart Association, they are twice as likely to develop and pass away from heart disease as adults without diabetes. Although there are no prospective human trials proving this impact, observational studies have revealed that IF may have positive effects on the cardiovascular and metabolic systems, according to nutrient research.